know, I didn't realize that I would even be putting up an Uncharted 4 video because of how I feel about Uncharted 4 at the minute. It's painful to actually, well, it's not so much painful to watch, but it's painful to know how the game could have been and realizing what the game is right about now. Now, many people's gonna simply disagree, and that's their prerogative. But right about now, the game has disappointed. The overall issue of rollout content, I keep saying it, I keep fucking saying it till I'm fucking hoarse. You know what I mean? They should have just rolled out everything, all the modes, one time. 3 fucking PvP modes on this game is not gonna cut it. And for those who play the story mode, yeah, I love the story mode as well, but once that's fucking done, I'm not paying fucking £40, £50 to play a fucking story. No fucking way. I've got to get more bang for my buck in games. But anyway, that's the whole Uncharted 4 thing. Done and dusted. The video today is about weapons of mass distraction. And the number one weapon of mass distraction right about now is, you guessed it, Pokemon fucking Go. Now, it's basically an app that utilizes augmented reality and the Pokemon game as part of the Pokemon franchise. Now, it can be argued, right, that it is a fun game to play. It gives kids exercise in terms of basically going to certain locations and basically playing the game and all of that kind of stuff. Now, I do encourage happy gaming. I really do. Do you know what I mean? If you like Pokemon Go, that's fine. That's down to you. You know, I'm not trying to hate on the game, so I just want to let you know that straight off. But what I do try to encourage is fucking responsible fucking gaming. You know what I mean? Now, there's been quite a few complaints in relation to people basically playing the game, utilizing the app, and getting themselves into very haphazard situations, i.e., criminals luring them to go to certain locations like an alley for them to be attacked or have their phone stolen. Now, Pokemon Go is not to be blamed for those spates in robberies. You can't just blame Pokemon Go alone. Just having a fucking smartphone on its own can create them situations every single freaking day. Do you know what I mean? You know, so you can't just put Pokemon Go in that category. You know, I find, okay, I am not a dedicated follower of smartphones as opposed to some of my brethrens on the road. You know what I mean? I'm just one of these Lord Fauntleroy of Queen Victoria's age where an item is supposed to do what the item is supposed to do, nothing more, nothing less. And my appreciation for the phone is specifically for its use as a phone, to talk to people, to get messages from people, for people to link you. Now, having apps on phones and stuff like that doesn't really fill me with hype or pleasure or excitement. I think the first smartphone that I bought was the iPhone 3GS. That's where it basically stopped in terms of smartphone. And even with the phone that I had previous to that, it was a Samsung phone. The phone, it was a slide phone, around 2 inches in length and around 3/4 of an inch thick. And that lasted me for like 5, 6, nearly 7 years. All right, because it just done what I wanted it to do, you know. But nowadays, it's gotten to the point now where, you know, you want to take a shit in some secluded spot in the United Kingdom? Oh, there's an app for that. You know what I mean? You know, and it's so apparent when you go about your daily business in your daily lives. You go on a train, you see people with their heads inclined at 45 degrees looking in their fucking phone. Nobody fucking lifts up their heads and say good morning to you anymore. It's just one of those sites that it freaks the fuck out of me. Do you know what I mean? There's just no social element, but still they use it for socializing. That just doesn't make any sense. It's like rather than them to basically just pick up the phone and call somebody, they would just send a picture or something. But anyway, that's just me. You know, I'm just an old fart with old fart ramblings here and there. You know, it gets to the point where cell phones are fucking dangerous. You know what I mean? You know, if it's not used correctly. For example, I have been known to get out of my brethren's car while they're driving me somewhere, and me walking as a result of them being in their car using their mobile phone. Not the hands-free, you know, even though I have issues with that, but actually putting the phone to their fucking ears while they got one hand on the steering wheel. I just tell people, stop the fucking car, I'm going, see you later. You got no respect for me. You got no respect for my life, my fucking welfare, by basically engaging in that irresponsible fucking action there. So please, get me out the car and I'll see you later. That's just me. But going back to Pokemon Go, Nintendo shares been fucking going through the roof because of this craze, and you know, it's a craze. It's a craze that's going to go past the roof, into the sky, into the fucking stratosphere. And it's going to calm down, just like Tamagotchis, Cabbage Patch dolls, Buzz Lightyear dolls. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to be the same thing with that, you know. And as with everything, you just got to just do it responsibility. You have got to basically do it with some essence of responsibility. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, for me, will I be playing Pokemon Go? I don't think so. Was never a fan of Pokemon. Didn't understand it from the get-go, even as a child. I still don't get it now, and I have no interest in that. I like my gaming experience to be set in a comfortable situation, like my yard and my sofa and my headset. It's kind of strange because for me, I don't really spend much time on the phone. My phone bills are pretty low. It's like if I need to speak to somebody, I need to speak to somebody. You know what I mean? If somebody wants to basically speak with me, that's fine. You know what I mean? But I don't like the conversations to be too long, especially if there's nothing really of great importance to say. That's just me anyway. Do you know what I mean? You know, with gaming, it's different because you're linking up with people with the same interests at the same time. So your communication time is going to be spent much better by playing Call of Duty, by playing Destiny, by playing Battlefield. You know what I mean? Being in sync with one another as to how you guys play as a team and as friends. Do you know what I'm saying? That's communication put to good effect. But just chatting fuckeries on the phone every day to your brethren, I don't find that stimulating whatsoever. And Pokemon Go doesn't seem to be a game that is going to enhance my gaming anytime soon. You know, Sony's been doing it for years with I think is Reality Fighters on the Vita, where you point the Vita on a surface, take a picture of it, and then launch the game, and it has people basically fighting around the objects that is photographed on the Vita. So it's nothing new, but for me it's all about screen size. You know, my eyes aren't as powerful as they used to be, and I just like to play my games on the big screen with crisp digital sound, and that's it for me. So let me know what you think of Pokemon Go, if you even think anything of it at all. I'm sure you might have a lot of time for it. I just want you to know from the get-go that I'm not hating on it. You know, if it's going to create a whole lot of fun for a lot of people, then that's fine. My thing is just the responsibility issue of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, aiming something at kids where they can, you know, inadvertently be in a situation that can present some element of danger and less tact and discretion. For example, you know, you wouldn't want to basically lure somebody to go into the Holocaust Museum or Ground Zero at 9/11, you know what I mean, and have them playing Pokemon, would you? You know what I mean? But anyway, that's all for me for now today. So I'm going to bid you adieu, and as always, you don't know the coup, whatever the game, media, platform, format, genre, happy gaming. Yes, even Pokemon Go, happy gaming. Because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. And until I catch you on the next one, please stay blessed. Magan. Watch